Hi everyone, welcome back to Ingenious TechHub channel. So in this video, I will continue most frequently asked question for API testing series. So next question they have asked, how do you handle authentication in API testing? One of the most important topic. Okay, so we have a multiple type of authentication. Okay, so first authentication we have a basics authentication. So in basics authentication, we are sending as a username and password encoded in base 64. Okay, so just I have given one example. So this is how we are sending in encoded in base 64. So but this is the less secure. Okay, someone can easily decode this authentication, but we have a different types of the authentication bearer token. So in the bearer token, so you will get some secret key and password. So by using those secret key and password, we can create a token. So those data you will get from your dev team. So API often use the bearer token, where you first authenticate by sending your credential to receive a token and then include this token in your headers of subsequent request. Okay, so this is how the bearer token example we have. Okay, so we'll get some token here and we can use in our header. Okay, so next authentication we have a auth authentication, and this is the one of the complex and more secure as compared to other token. You can see Google, Facebook, this all product based company, they are using auth. So in the auth we have a multiple version. So we have a auth 2.0 widely used, involved in obtaining the access through the an authorization server. So now guys, I'll just give you few of the token I have handy, and this is this token, right? What is the auth 2.0? They have asked in the multiple interview, means they have, this is the repeated question. So definitely if you did not use in your, might be you are using the bearer token, I have used bearer token, I have used auth 2.0, but you should have idea. I will create some separate video, but high level just I want to show you what are the components are there in your auth 2.0, because this question they have already asked in the interview. Just I want to show high level what are the components are there in auth 2.0. So let me show you. So this is how you will get the tokens. In the body we have some important thing: client id, client secret, client type, code, redirect, url. So this all the information you will get from the dev team. Once you will get if you will hit that, you will get one this type of the url, and once you will hit this get url, you will get one token here. Okay, so how it looks like, so you can see this is your, we can pass here in authorization type, and this is your token you will get, and this is your most secured authentication. So next we have a API keys. So an API is a unique identifier used to authenticate the request associated with your project, and the API key is usually passed in your header or as a query parameter. So again the question they will ask you guys, what type of the authentication you have used here, right? So it totally depend upon how your application is complex. In the last of the video I will tell you what type of the authentication you have to tell in your interview. Okay, so you can see I have a one more example for the API key as well. So here in this example I am using here API keys. You can see here, you will go in the header, here I am using API keys. So you can see how it looks like. Understood, right? It totally depend upon the what your application complexity. So now next token we have a JSON web token. So I never use this token. Okay, so I have used auth 2.0, and I have used bearer token and sometimes API keys. Okay, so JWT is a compact URL shape, meaning of representing the claim to be transferred between the two parties. After authentication, a JWT token is generated and sent with the API request in your header format. So you can also use this authentication as a header format. So this is how we have this. So you will get one token over there, and we can use as a header format. So now another important token, we have a session based authentication, and this is also frequently used. So you can see session based. Okay, so if you are using the net banking application, after few minutes you can see your session will be expired, right? How this thing or how this all going to things will happen in the API, this thing will also happen. Okay, so this method is common in the web application, where the server create a session upon a successful authentication, and a session ID is returned to the client, and which is called included in the subsequent request. Okay, and we have a digest authentication. So it's same like the session based, but in this token, internally we have a hashing concept. So it will make more secure as compared to session based authentication. If in your interview they will ask you what type of the authentication you have used in your project, so you can say the bearer token, or you can say or 2.0. If you will tell or 2.0, you should know all the component, how to create a token and all. Okay, so that's all in this video guys. If you are new in the channel, please subscribe and press bell icon. See you in the next video. Bye bye.